What's up guys, Brex here, and today guys, in this video I want to talk a little bit about the things I dislike in Halo Infinite. So we are almost a month away from release of Halo Infinite, and in today's video I kinda want to go through some things I didn't really like in Halo Infinite flights while I played the game. So yeah, I don't know if this list is gonna have some kind of order, but yeah, first things first I want to talk about is aim. In the beginning, like maybe first 2 hours of playing, I didn't really like the aiming in Halo Infinite. Later, I kinda tweaked the settings and watched some tutorials. Mostly, the best settings I could find that kinda worked for me was from Uber Nick and his tweet where he released his settings for his gameplay. So, uh, yeah, kinda the aiming. I don't know. I think it needs a little bit tweaking still. I think it needs to be a little bit faster. Maybe a few more numbers up and not like to 12, or they need to change something because I think I had it on 12 and it still kind of felt slow, not fast enough like I usually have in other Halo games. So I think that aiming needs a little bit of tweaking still. Maybe the best thing to talk about now it's guns. Pulse carbine. That gun, I don't know. I tried to play a lot with it, but I couldn't really make it work for me. I don't know. I think the tracking needs to be a bit faster maybe, and maybe more precise. I don't know. It kind of felt sluggish. It felt slow. Almost every gun outplayed me. I know it has a purpose, but I think a little buff or maybe a speed of projectiles, it's something like that. Something needs to change. Then we need to talk about plasma pistol. Plasma pistol definitely needs a buff. It's very, very bad in its current state. I know it lost the EMP effect on vehicles. I'm kind of okay with that with the other grenades and shock rifle, so I don't think that plasma pistol needs to do that EMP also. But maybe, I don't know, that's not the biggest problem for me. The charge up shot, it's taking a lot of time to hit, and I couldn't really hit anybody. I think out of 10 times I tried to charge up the shot and hit somebody, I maybe hit 2 people. It's really slow, you really can outrun it real easily. So yeah, I think plasma pistol is the only gun that really needs a major work around it, a big buff. I think the plasma pistol is the only gun in the game that really needs a good buff and a little bit more work on it. The next thing, let's talk a little bit about the sniper. In the beginning, I honestly hated the gun. I didn't really enjoy an infinite sniper, but after I fixed my aim settings, the sniping in Halo Infinite was so fun. Sniper is honestly probably my best gun in this game and one of the best snipers I used in a Halo game. The only thing I have a problem with the sniper is no scope bloom, let's say. I don't know, the bullet doesn't go where you shoot it when you no scope, and I don't know why they did that. I don't like that. Probably to balance out that people with mouse and keyboard don't just no scope people around the map, but I don't think that's the way to do it, in my opinion. I think sniper needs a little bit more work in the no scope area. Will they change it? I don't know, but I hope it's kind of gonna be fixed. Then we have Heatwave. That's a Forerunner shotgun, and the concept of that shotgun I really like. I think it could be a really good gun, but definitely needs a buff because it's not really strong enough in my opinion. The bullets go everywhere, not in the person. The trailer was perfect example what I was honestly hoping for, but when I look the gameplay, how the gun performs, I think it needs a little bit more buff, maybe a bit more damage. I think it's too sluggish, not strong enough. But all in all, I think it's a very decent gun. Then let's talk about Bloom and Commando Rifle. Commando Rifle, honestly, I thought I was gonna hate the gun, but I really enjoy it, but it's very inconsistent because of the bloom. I hope that bloom is gonna be removed from the game. Probably not right now on the launch, but maybe in the future I hope the bloom is gonna be removed from Halo, because I think that bloom doesn't belong in Halo. The gun commando is really good, especially on medium to longer range, but on the close quarters fighting it's kinda bad because of the bloom, because it's very inconsistent. I was looking some of my gameplay and I was basically shooting a guy in the head the whole time. My aim was perfect on his head, but the bloom just kinda fucked my shots. So yeah, that's the one thing I don't really like about commando rifle. I mean, it's not the commando rifle, it's the bloom, but yeah, so I hope the bloom is gonna be removed, but probably not. While we're still on the topic of guns, let's talk about a little bit about the sidekick. Yeah, 343 really likes their pistols. In Halo 5, I saw that Magnum was really strong. I never played Halo 5, so unfortunately I don't know how really strong Magnum was. But in Halo Infinite, I don't know. I think sidekick is okay. Maybe it needs a little nerf, because sometimes I felt like I was using the sidekick more than the main gun. I don't think that's the point of the sidekick. I think sidekick should be a cleanup weapon. When you run out of ammo in your AR or BR, then you switch to sidekick to finish off, and not to use it like a main gun and try to kill everybody with a sidekick. I think that's the problem with sidekick. I think it needs a little nerf. For me personally, it's okay how it is, but I saw the people that are much better in the game from me, they are using it like a main gun, and I don't think that's the point of the sidekick. So I think it needs a little nerf. So I think that's the all problems I had with guns. So let's now maybe talk a little bit about the map Bazaar. In my opinion, Bazaar is a very good and nice looking map, but the problem I have with the map is the middle part of the map. I feel like it's mostly like campish gameplay on Bazaar. People take the BR or commando in those houses and they just shoot across the map. Nothing is really happening in the middle usually, because if somebody gets in the middle, they get killed immediately. So I don't really like that part. I know there is rockets. People who go to the rockets usually take the rockets, maybe get one kill, and they get immediately killed from those houses with BR and or commando rifles, depending on what is spawning. So I don't know. The map is okay, but I hope future Slayer maps are not gonna be designed like that, because it really is. You just shoot across the map and hope you're gonna kill somebody. That's the whole point of Bazaar. I think that's the everything about 4v4. I don't like the other maps were fine for me and the gameplay was okay. Let's now go to Big Team Battle. Let's talk a little bit about vehicle drops. I mean vehicle drop-ins. I think it's a great concept. It's really nice to see vehicles drop from the sky and everything, but I hope they're gonna do a little change in Big Team Battle. I think at the beginning of the match, both teams should have like one tank, one maybe a Banshee or a Wasp and everything at the beginning. And then later, how the game is progressing, then those vehicles come in the vehicle drops and everything, because I think the gameplay is kind of slow without it. The vehicle gunplay is not really there. the vehicle drop-ins are very random. Usually the Scorpion comes at the very end when the game is almost finished. So yeah, I think they need to do something about that. Also, I think they need to do something when one team is dominating the other team. I think the worst team should get a better vehicle drops than the team that is totally destroying them, because usually when my team was destroying the other team, we would get like Banshee or Scorpion, while the other team got a Warhog or basically nothing. So I think they should maybe do something about that also. Well, that's basically it that I don't like about Big Team Battle. There is now a few things I don't like about some equipment things. Drop Shield or Drop Wall, I don't really know what's the official name. I think it needs a little, not nerf, a little buff, because honestly I think it's kind of weak and useless right now. Some people like it, some people hate it. I'm more on the boat where I don't dislike it, but I also don't like it. I'm like neutral about it, because it's very slow when you throw it. It gets very easily destroyed, so I don't know. It's kind of more like when you're going in a hallway, you're trying to run away, so you throw it. So you throw it just to have a little bit more cover until you run away. It's not really like a drop shield that is protecting you during the fight. So yeah, I think it needs a little buff. So maybe it's not destroyed that easily, but all in all, I think it's a great concept. The other thing I don't really like is grapple hijack. What I mean about that, when you grapple the enemy team's vehicle, and you want to hijack it, the game does it automatically for you. You just need to press the button to activate the grapple, and that's all. I think there needs to be like a timing where you need to press the button to jump in the vehicle to hijack it, and not just activate the grapple. But yeah, that's a little thing I don't like. I just hope that they're gonna do that, because then it's very, very, very easy to hijack, and it's not really that much fun like before. So yeah, I think they need to change that a little bit. And the last thing I want to talk about in this video is player outlines. I like the player outlines. The only thing I hate about them, you can see the enemy team player from across the map. When you're scoped in or just looking in that direction, it immediately shows you where the enemy player is, and I don't really like that. I think there needs to be a range at which I can see the player outline and on which I cannot see it, because then if somebody is trying to hide, for example, with a sniper across the map and snipe the enemy team, I can immediately see him because of his outline, or maybe and because of the gun. I know snipers you can see because of the glare, the flare from the scope, but that was actually a bad example. Let's say one enemy player is hiding in the base, maybe close to the flag. I can immediately see him because his player outline immediately tells me where he is. So I think it needs to be tweaked so that there is some range into it. When I'm looking from the sniper, I don't want to see every position where enemy is. Only if I'm looking directly at the enemy player, then I want to see his enemy outline, whichever color I put. That's the only thing I don't like about player outlines. So yeah guys, this is it from this video. In this video I just wanted to talk about a little bit about some things I don't like in the game. I think those are some easy fixes if 343 is gonna fix them before the launch. And yeah, so basically that's it. So if you enjoyed in this video, please leave a like, leave a comment if you have anything else to add on this list that you don't like, so maybe we can have a little bit of a discussion down in the comments down below. If you didn't enjoy this video, you can leave a dislike if you want, I don't care. If you're enjoying my content and you want to see a bit more Halo Infinite video content on this channel, please subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. See ya!